Hello, folks. Welcome to Cartoons Etc. with Joe Dan and myself, A.F. Branco. Uh, what we like to do, and I've said this before, we like to play a video while you're getting your comments ready. This particular song it's still relevant today, very pertinent. It's from way back in '82, I believe. But if I know you may have seen it, but I think you'll enjoy it. Get those comments ready. Here you go.
Thank you very much. Howdy. I'm the one that they're singing about. Yeah, I'm the Stars and Stripes forever. Star Spangled Banner. You can call me Old Glory, but let's just keep it simple. Just call me Flag. Oh, say, can you see? Okay. A little flag humor. Well, you probably don't recognize me. You say, who is that, Evel Knievel? No way. Yeah, you see, you can't recognize me because
I'm in my birthday suit, yes.
I'm wearing the original 13 here. Yeah. I remember Miss Betsy sitting there going, well, this could be the start of something big. Whoa.
Oh, Tom, don't be a pain.
Yes. I was born June 14th, 1777. That makes me a Gemini. Unpredictable, crazy. Yes, I like the outdoors, and I'm the life of any party, whether it be Republican, Democrat, Independent, Socialist, anything libertarian, I'll be there. You know, I'm 204 years old. People say, Flag, how do you stay so young? Is it jogging? No. Is it tennis? No. It's waving. You know, we're talking about billowing, furling, and unfurling. Richard Simmons, eat your heart out. Yeah, but it hasn't always been easy for me, though. I had a tough puberty. Yeah, war, famine, invasion. And 1861, well, I had a little skin problem that broke out into 34 stars. But now, well, little patience, and look what we got now. Look at this. Hold on here. Ha-ha! Ha-ha! 50. Everybody's on here. Look at this. Alaska. Hawaii. Yeah, we got your Tennessee. How are you doing today? Here's Vermont. You can't get there from here. Oh, and there's California. For sure, totally. Like I said before, you know, I had a tough time for a while. I've been in a lot of wars. They fired missiles and muskets at me, but you know, come the dawn's early light, I'm still there. You know what I'm talking about? And you know, I've been made into everything from designer jeans to t-shirts, and I've even been a cape for Mick Jagger. Well, all right, the rocket's red glare, well, all right. But people haven't always been respectful to me. Sometimes it's been tough. There have been some people try and spit on me, trample me, burn me. Foreigners and occasionally some Americans too, but I don't let it get me down because I'm not a stay-at-home kind of flag. You know, I've been to Europe. I've been to both North and South Pole. I was at Iwo Jima. Recently, I've even been to the moon. You see me in all sorts of different postures. When I'm like this, that means everything is okay. When I'm upside down, well, put on your Mae West and hit the deck. But when I'm like this, well, that's not my favorite position because, well, that's half-mast. I don't mean to bum you out. I didn't come here to depress you. But I gotta tell you something honestly. I haven't been getting out much lately. I guess it's not very chic to put up the flag anymore, you know. Muffin and I have a flag, but we haven't found it for very long. Hey, but look at it this way. Don't look at it as saluting me. Look at it as saluting yourselves. You know, hey, I'm just a flag, a symbol. You're the people. If I may say so from here, long may you wave.
Wow, he's so funny. I'm going to bring in my friend Jodan Gorman from Intellectual Frog Legs. If you haven't had a chance to see his videos, get over there and see him. Here he is. Jodan Gorman, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. How's everybody doing this evening?
Good.
You know, that was Robin Williams was so talented.
Yeah.
He was pretty much insane. You know, oh, we were watching he was that was it Mork and Mindy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord, have mercy! He was just nutty. But
well,
he
attributed his talent to being an only child because he had to play with him by himself. I was going to say play by himself and use his imagination.
So, yeah, this was a family show.
Family show. No, but that's what he had in one of his interviews. I remember I saw that, and it makes sense if you have to play by yourself and with your own toys and be creative. I could see how that could happen. But so what do you think about what's going on lately with the nominees and how everybody's reacting to it and the pardon and
it's like, I mean, it's like we've hit a demon with holy water.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just freaking out. I mean, and the way they're just the one, you know, they're really going after Pete Higgs. I can never say his Higgs. What is it? I can never say it.
Higseth.
I don't know why I'm so.
Well, he's being Kavanaugh. He's being Kavanaugh is what they're saying now.
This is what it's. You remember a few years ago? I think it was like 2017. I posted a video of Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah.
Explaining the wrap-up smear. And we've got that. We can play that whenever you want to. But it's exactly what they're doing. They leak some, and everything's anonymous. Anonymous sources.
Yep.
And there's all these people that he's worked with who are giving, here's use my face and use my name. He did not do any of this crap. Yeah. That's how just corrupt these people. That's how evil they are.
I'm gonna pull up this week's cartoon, which there's only 2 because of Thanksgiving week and we had family stuff going on, so I wasn't able to pump out a bunch of cartoons.
Yeah,
but
that sounds like an excuse, but continue.
It is an excuse, and I'm sticking to it. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. But we do have a sneak peek, and we want to bring the folks in on this and see if they can come up with a good title for the cartoon. It won't be on the cartoon, but when I go to post it, I'll use the title, whatever we can pick out of the pile here to name it.
Pick out of the pile. That's
take it out of the pile. So we'll go through the slew of cartoons I did this week.
All right, let's go. Let's do this.
I'm doing it. Takes time. There we go. That was last week. Now I just threw this in case some folks didn't see the Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that was a great one. That was a great
contribution. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see him take that hatchet to the deep state and Biden's DOJ. And Cash, man, I swear, I'm just praying. I think Trump's going to do whatever it takes to get these people in there. I think he will do that forced recess thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because look what he's doing. He's already gotten results on the borders.
Borders, foreign policy, energy, some of the things that are happening because people know he's coming, so they're trying to get in good graces. You have the Prime Minister of Canada coming down and kissing his ass. A lot of stuff going on.
And then Mexico's got that Mexican Jew chick That's the president.
Mm-hmm.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
And,
They're usually predominantly Catholic down there.
they are. I mean, I was married to a Mexican, and I don't mean married to a Hispanic or Mexican American. I was married to a Mexican. She was as Mexican as refried beans.
She looked better though. She looked better than refried beans, didn't she?
Well, she did at first.
She ate too many refried beans, I take it.
She liked them beanies.
Okay, this one come out a couple days. Yes,
That's
this
a
is
good
yesterday's
one.
picture.
That's a good one. The cockroaches. Look at Cash.
Yep. And
so you have that picture of me. Remember, you and I actually did the vetting process.
Yeah, we did. I'll bring it up right after these two cartoons I'm going to bring up, and then we'll talk about Cash a little bit. But yeah, he all of his interviews that he's made over the last few years have these people so worried. No wonder they think that Biden's going to pardon everybody.
Oh yeah, Andrew Weissman, and I tell you, Andrew McCabe. He's the one who's really panicking.
Oh yeah,
because he got fired. I mean, they got too many Andrews over there.
Yeah. Oh. Well, if they don't shred everything, he's in trouble. So.
Did you see as soon as they announced it wasn't Cash? I forgot who that, but they had a big giant shredding truck up in front of the DOJ.
I saw that.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
I was like, dang! I think it's when they first tried to bring in Matt Gaetz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The next time I do this picture, I'm going to replace this with a can of Raid.
Oh, see, everybody in the comments section were wondering why you didn't do that in the first time.
I know.
And Nunya's pissed.
I was trying to be subtle, but.
Yeah. Oh, Sherry Peterson's family is everything. Yeah. I'll be good to visit your mom, Tony, and all that. That's what brings up this cartoon. Family's everything to the Bidens, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Gee, thanks, Dad. Wait a minute. I gotta go back. I forgot that Americans for Limited Government sponsored this cartoon. Yeah. Go ahead, Jen. Let's hear your voice. Let's see your radio voice here.
Americans for Limited Government.
Perfect. Not as good as Sonia, but it's close.
No, I don't look as good either. So I like the crack pipe. I like the crack pipe there.
Yeah. And this is Swamp Monsters. Gee, thanks, Dad. Don't mention it, son. A lot of people are saying the only reason he did the pardon was to protect himself and upcoming investigation.
The Bidens will stab each other in the back.
Oh yeah, they're so sleazy
to get that dollar.
Yeah.
But I mean the fact that he pardoned his son, people understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But when you go back and go back to 2014, when the color revolution started over there in Ukraine, when he jumped on the board, and when Biden started that extortion deal, well, if you don't get rid of that guy, you're not getting your $1 billion. Well, son of a bitch.
Yeah, oh yeah, he got the $1 million.
And it's amazing how that's been on video.
But I'm hearing talk that doesn't matter. They can still bring up certain things, and he can still be in front of the Congress, in front of the congressional hearings.
Okay.
And if he gets caught lying, he's going to be in trouble. Or if he brings up somebody else that isn't pardoned. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, he loses his right to the Fifth Amendment because he cannot incriminate himself once he's been pardoned.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll see.
Yeah.
But I also understand it's only for federal crimes. So he's not completely out of the woods, I don't think.
No.
Same with, and they're talking about going ahead and pardoning Fauci and Adam Schiff.
Yeah, they want to pardon a lot of people that aren't even up on charges or anything, haven't been
Because
convicted
they
of
know
anything.
their asses are guilty. They
Yeah, I
know
didn't know
they're
you
guilty.
could do that. I didn't know you could do that. I thought they had to be up on charges or convicted of something. It's just
Well,
strange.
the president has extraordinary power. There we are. That's
Yeah.
when we were vetting Cash Patel, and
Yeah.
Cash did a really good job. He just never could take Branco in the rock paper scissors. But we
Yeah,
let
well.
that slide. We let that slide. He did a good job, and we recommended him to the big guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were vetting.
What do we talk to him about? What, a minute and a half?
Yeah, we're best friends now.
Yeah.
He comes, goes to the fridge, you know.
Yeah. And we
got a fridge, man.
I can't remember what we talked about. It was just a brief conversation, but it wasn't. You know, he just seemed very jovial that night.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he should be. I think everybody had a buzz. I had a buzz. And I don't want to ever drink.
Yeah,
But
I had
was
two
like,
beers.
I was knocking some back. Oh, I had several. And then that was at John Rich's party here in Nashville. And he had that big pile of cigars. They had cigars laid out for people to smoke. And then in that picture behind Cash, behind us there, that's a stage up there.
Mm-hmm.
And they had all these different artists come up and singing and playing. And that's a Jim Brewer. Remember, he got up there and sang AC/DC.
Yeah.
Sounded just like, I got to see if I can find that. That'd be so fun to bring up.
Yeah, we should play that. Yeah.
He's done it before.
Like it. Yeah, he's done it before. So but
anyway,
we had a good time, and we met a lot of people. A lot of people from Fox. I can't remember their names right off the top. I will, but some correspondents were there. I had a good time. Did you? Had a good time?
Oh gosh, that was the guy from the Epoch Times.
Yeah,
Jan.
Jan.
I can't say anybody's names.
Devin Nunes. I palled around with Devin Nunes for about 5 minutes. So
yeah.
He was pretty cool. He came up to me and he goes, "I am so glad you're Portuguese," because he didn't know. He didn't know if I was Italian or I don't know.
You're
Sasquatchian or
you're a Portuguesian.
Well, my name is Portuguese. I'm half Norwegian and half Portuguese or something like that. But he's Portuguese also. So, and he makes some really good wine, I've heard. I was going to order some. Anyway, back to the show. Enough about Cash.
Yeah, let's say hi to everybody. We got Simon in the house, and Nunya, and Sherry Peters, and Squicky, and James Lingaman.
Yep. We got South Carolina girl over here in the Rumble chat. Kazanini, Anna Lustenberg. We got Lon Will. Bunch of them. I can't name them all.
Horrible Dissident, Nana Vicky. Yeah.
Edward Wilson. Thank you guys for being here and indulging us. I have a good time here.
Anna, everybody loves the Cash pick. Everybody loves the Cash. Well, except the Democrats. Hey, you know, I mean, it just more and more is just sitting in. We went through such a horrible time.
Yeah.
I mean, they messed up a lot of people.
Well, we didn't just go
jobs.
We didn't just go through the last 4 years. Remember, we went through like a big portion of the Trump first term because of all the
harassment,
lot there,
and sabotage, harassment,
all phony.
Every bit of it. You know that. I mean, I pulled out that the Washington. You can Google it right now. Google or the search engine of your choice. I just said Google. I don't use it. But look up the Washington Post impeachment and put the date of January 20th, 2017. And you're going to see that the first article about impeachment was posted by the Washington Post at 12:19 p.m.
Yeah.
19 minutes after Trump had taken the oath. They'd already started. They'd already started. And the thing is, they posted it and published it at 12:19 p.m. That means it had to have been written before.
Yeah.
He took the oath.
Yeah.
And they did not. They have not let up since.
No, and they're going to continue on. And we, I was listening to Bannon on War Room today, and he said that we may have a year, because after a year, everybody's running for office again in the Congress, in the House. So we may have a year to get anything done consequential, and we need to get to work. And that's what I thought.
Exactly. He made the point that we need to hit them so hard and so fast they can't react.
Yeah. If we have any chance in another 2 years, if we have any chance of having another couple of years after that, we have to really get to work to get to primary some of these people and get Republicans elected, so we have a larger majority in the House.
Well, and you got to remember, we got Trump and we got Elon.
Yeah.
We got some smart people on our team.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an impressive collection of talent.
Absolutely. Let me show this cartoon. Let me show the sneak peek cartoon and let people throw in their idea as far as what we need to name it. Yeah. Put your thinking caps on, folks, because you get to be a part of naming.
And then we'll check the names. So we'll check them right away, or check them at the end of the show.
We'll towards the end of the show, we'll kind of be looking at them as we go. And this is
right. When you put the name of the cartoon you want to suggest, write toon name, cartoon name or toon name, and then put it, so that way we don't get it
absolutely confused. Good idea. And this goes for the chat over on Rumble too. So
it goes for everybody but South Carolina girl.
Here it is, folks. This is tomorrow's cartoon.
I've got like 4 names all of a sudden, but I'm not going to say anything.
Well, we might end up using so.
We're going to let these other folks pop in, and they'll do something better than me.
Yeah,
that's a good one though. Destroying. That's exactly what they do, and that's what we're talking about. The Nancy Pelosi, the smear. I mean, she actually stood there. And I think most of the people in this room have heard it, but she stands there and explains how they will lie about somebody, then leak that lie to the media, and the media will report that lie, and then they can say, look, it's in the media, it's been reported.
Let's pull that. Can you pull that up so we can watch that one?
Yeah, might as well, since I talked so much about it, might as well.
Yeah, it's exactly what they're doing now.
Okay, it's their number 2.
Okay, I'm going to play it.
Self-fulfilling prophecy. You demonize, and then we call it the wrap-up smear. If you want to talk politics, call it the wrap-up smear. You smear somebody with falsehoods and all the rest, and then you merchandise it. And then you write it, and they'll say, see, it's reported in the press that this, and this. So they have that validation that the press reported the smear. And then it's called the wrap-up smear. Now I'm going to merchandise the press's report on the smear that we made.
Yeah. Let me pull it out.
That's it.
Yeah, they said most of the accusations against Hegseth are anonymous.
They are all anonymous, except the anonymous are extremely vague.
Yeah. Same thing they did to Kavanaugh. Same thing they did to
Kavanaugh, to Trump, to Clarence Thomas. All of them.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this. You guys got the cartoon. So
yeah, remember
we just need a name
and then write it out.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to pull down. I'm going to check out. Yeah, let's see. Right, tune name and then the name. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Got a couple over here. Tune name, rules for assholes.
Oh, we got.
That was that's who was that? That was Nunya. Tune rules for assholes.
Rules for assholes. There you go. We have a new face in the crowd.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, Kazini. Kazini.
Skeletor. Uniparty. Unit cartoon, The Dim's Diary. All right. Tune name, One Lies.
And then South Carolina girl says I'm full of beans. Thank you. I heard it was something worse than that. That's so cool.
Yeah. All right. Okay, I'm going to take that cartoon down. We got some more videos to show, but don't give up on Hegseth yet. You got to call your congressman, get him going. They're going to try to smoke him out. They're going to try to get him out, but we can't let it happen, because if they get him, they're going to go after everybody. Isn't it amazing that the Republicans, like what's his name, Graham, Kelsey Graham, what's his name, Lindsey Graham? He always said, when it was the Democrats, he said, well, the Democrats are entitled to their nominees. And a lot of Republicans said this when Biden was in there. And we got guys like Garland and a bunch of idiots in there. But they have they're more adverse to Trump's picks than they are the Democrats' picks, which doesn't really...
Because they are Democrats. They're all in the hot tub together, rubbing lotion on each other and making fun of MAGA.
Yeah.
And it's Mitch McConnell's hot tub party. Him and Lindsey Graham.
Right.
Oh, turn the lights out. Turn the lights out. Nobody got time for that.
Nah. So we did the wrap-up smear. You got this Clint Eastwood one up.
Yeah, we got, I was watching this. I didn't grab this other clip, but I was watching a clip of these two ladies. And we love the ladies. But ladies don't need to be, I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend, but they don't need to be on the front line of being police officers on the street. They can be detectives, but I saw a clip of these two ladies trying to nab a guy, and he's like, really, two chicks? He just got loose and ran from them, and they dropped their handcuffs and their phones, and they're chasing after them. They couldn't breathe. They're out of shape.
I'm all for, if a woman can match the same standards as a man, they shouldn't have two sets of standards. They shouldn't have one standard for men and one standard for women. If a woman can match the guy's standard, yeah, there's some women out there that can kick my ass. So, but what they do is it's not based on merit anymore. It's based on DEI type of situation.
Yeah. Well,
here we go.
We don't care about your resume. We want to check. We want to see your genitalia and check the pigment of your skin.
Absolutely.
Then we'll get back with you in 2 to 3 weeks. Okay. So this is a clip from you gotta love Dirty Harry when they want to bring in a women cop.
Now, who might you be? Oh, this is Ms. Gray of the mayor's staff. She's here to monitor these examinations. This is Inspector Callahan.
Oh, yes, I know something of Inspector Callahan. And I'd like to tell you, Inspector, it is the mayor's intention that this department be brought more into line with the mainstream of 20th century thought.
Just how does he figure to do that, Mrs. Gray?
To broaden the areas of participation for women in the police force.
That sounds very stylish. Well, I guess we better get on with it. Next applicant. Have you any questions for the applicant?
You know that if you make inspector under the mayor's new guidelines,
that you might just be out riding in a police car?
Yes, sir, that's what I'm hoping for.
Well, Officer Moore, maybe you'll tell us all here about your most important felony arrest.
I've never made a felony arrest.
Well, maybe you'll tell us about your best misdemeanor arrest then.
I've never made a misdemeanor arrest either.
Then what the hell gives you the right to become an inspector when there's men have been out there on the street for 10 or 15 years? What do you think this is, some kind of encounter group? I want to know what Officer Moore is going to do when somebody points a gun at her and says, "Hit the deck, you son of a bitch!"
You're just deliberately trying to fail this candidate, aren't you, Callahan?
Well, if she fails out there, she gets her ass blown off.
It's my ass.
Except that out there, you're going to have a partner. And if you get blown away, he gets blown away with you. And that's a hell of a price to pay for being stylish.
Cagney wasn't ready for that, was she? I don't know if that was Cagney or Lacey, but regardless, I never liked that show. I never watched it.
I never watched
So
it.
I can't
either.
really say I didn't like it. I
Yeah.
didn't like the concept.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm a male chauvinist pig.
yeah, you are.
Proud
Dang
of
it.
it. Yes, I am.
So that we got Hegseth Lawyer. What's that one?
Okay, yeah, this is Pete's attorney explaining briefly about we were mentioning who was anonymous and all that stuff. He covers it. Number 2.
This is the pattern, is that we have all these anonymous complaints where people are saying things, they aren't giving any specifics, they don't have any corroboration whatsoever, and yet the people who were also there at the time are willing to come on the record by name, on camera, and say, this didn't happen. It's the same thing at CVA, it's the same thing at Fox, it's the same thing at the Veterans for Freedom. Every single one of these, you have a few anonymous people saying it, and yet the people who come on the record and say, this is my name, this never happened.
Yeah, all the people that have come out, they say, here, you can use my name, you can use my face, and I'm telling you that he didn't do that one. They stick to their anonymous sources.
Oh yeah,
That's such crap. You know, and years ago, an occasional anonymous source was key, and you could believe it occasional because they would have it buttressed against some solid evidence. But they don't even do that anymore. They start this anonymous source crap on Trump. I mean, they impeached Trump based on one anonymous whistleblower, Eric Ciaramella. And now you got how many whistleblowers have come out from the FBI? What, dozens?
Yeah.
IRS.
Yeah.
You've got, way more than one, and they've been attacked. That's what's. Thank God we've got. This battle is going to continue, but we're sitting in the catbird seat.
Yeah.
I like that. The catbird seat.
Dan Bongino says, since we're the media now.
Yeah, and they hate that.
Oh,
anyway, speaking of how MSNBC is just totally collapsing and they're just all of them going in the toilet. They were joking about Elon buying MSNBC and changing the name to MXNBC.
Yeah.
And so anyway, here's a little clip of a show that a little spoof show they're going to do on MXNBC.
Yeah, here we go.
Coming this spring to MXNBC, a groundbreaking series that will change the U.S. government and the world forever. Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, under the direction of former star of The Apprentice, Donald Trump, will challenge 3 million contestants to carry their load or hit the road. That's right. We'll be asking every government employee to prove their value.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
Just like in a good old-fashioned meritocracy.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming in. What would you say it is that you do around here?
A lot of days I really do stuff. It's just there's not that much going on today.
I helped Tanner and Blaze replace those heavy 5-gallon water containers.
Tune in each week as Elon and Vivek measure every federal employee's value and efficiency.
And time. So your study on how cocaine enhances the sex drive of Japanese quail, what's that worth to the American taxpayer?
I think it's priceless.
And get ready for the savings as those that don't make the cut get shown the door.
The president wants to tell you something.
Firstly, thank you for coming in today. And second, you're fired.
The Emmy Award-watching viewers of Deadwood and Idiocracy present Doge Days, the purge of the U.S. government.
Yes.
There is a whole forest of dead wood out there. We got to get chopping, buddy.
GloriousAmerican.com. I'm going to have to check that out.
Yeah.
I like the name, thegorgeousamerican.com. Somebody go there and see what it looks like. Jenry Hobo's asking important questions like, tell us about your great Black Friday purchases. Okay. I bought a chicken sandwich. It was pretty good. I wouldn't say it was great, but it was better than average.
Yeah. I ordered something, but tune name. We've got him this time. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
The walls are closing in.
Walls are closing in. We've heard that one how many times?
When we get past this, they're going to just mock the media.
Yeah.
And how all of them just like parrots. I'll repeat it, and you repeat it, and you repeat it, and you repeat. I mean, if everybody in say we all watched a 5-second video, everybody in their comments, if they were actually describe it, most people would use different adjectives and describe it differently because, I mean, that's just natural. But you've got all these different news organizations using the same words.
It's like they get the same facts. They get, and it's coming from one place. And I've got some older cartoons I want to run by you guys real quick. I know we guys have some more videos, but I thought maybe some of these, because it goes along with what we're talking about, some of these. And I'll pull them up here. Of course, I've got to go through the process of punching all these buttons. Why don't they just have one button that you can just go boom? Here we go. First one. Okay. Let me get us in here. Get our.
The Biden family.
Well, this was an old one from 2022. Wasn't that old, but
it could have been from 2014. I mean, that they are probably the biggest crime family. When you add in all the, the brothers and the daughters and all that stuff.
Oh, the foreign accounts and the offshore accounts and all this money coming from all these countries into their coffers. And of course, the left always said, well, there's no evidence. Well, the bank says there's evidence. The bank brought it to their attention. Didn't they? Didn't the banks put a flag on it?
What they call them, suspicious activity. SARS.
Yes. Yeah.
Suspicious activity reports. There was like 150 of them.
Yeah.
They said like, a major criminal organization might have 9 or 10.
Yeah. Yeah. And they got hundreds.
150.
Yeah. And this one we were talking about how come they all sound the same?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Twitter files, nothing to see here. And then all of a sudden, CNN, MSNBC, NPR, CBS, ABC, New York Times, Facebook, WAPO, PBS, Google. I probably left a few out, but basically. And have you ever seen that collage of different reporters all saying exactly the same thing?
Yeah.
I mean, they got like 100 up there, all in unison saying this. They all got the same wording.
Watch out for fake news.
Yeah. That's right.
It'll be the end of our democracy. The end of our democracy. The end of our democracy.
And it was verbatim the same wording. So who's writing that for all these news outlets? Who's writing that?
I think possibly your cartoon says it all, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see. There's another. Oh wait, you got more cartoons? I'm sorry.
Oh, I got more, but what? Go ahead and throw it up there. We can go through these as we go along.
Well, this is so funny. And when I first heard the description, I thought, man, this sounds like it might be blasphemy. But this guy, he talks about, when he was in heaven with Trump.
Yeah. Oh,
and it's not blasphemous. It's not. No. It's funny as hell. Just stick with it.
Stick with it.
I'm walking in heaven with Donald Trump. And we are on streets of gold, and everything's wonderful. We see all the saints. He's telling me how fabulous, how there's nothing like this. And you know how he talks. It's beautiful. It's the best. There's nothing better. So I look down the street, and there's a guy, and he looks horrible. Got one eye half open. He's shaking. And with all these people, and he looks real ruffled and kind of beat up. So Trump walks up to him and says, well, who are you? He said, well, I'm your guardian angel.
No kidding. No kidding. So we'll move on to the next one here. And I had to throw Ray in there. He's the reason we need cash. Cash this place out.
Yeah, and I hate that. I know it makes everybody sick too when they say, well, he was a Republican.
No,
he's a Republican. And then anytime they say bipartisan, that means rhinos and Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it always means. He's a Republican.
I don't know how much Comey was supposedly a Republican, but he voted for Obama and he voted for.
So was Robert Mueller. And, Mitch McConnell. He's supposed to be a Republican, I think.
Yeah.
Lindsey.
Yeah, Lindsey's supposed to be.
Yeah, when we get into a new war, he gets as excited as he's at a garage sale from Liza Minnelli. I'm sorry. I had an idea for something, and then it hit some dead brain cells, and it didn't work out.
Yeah, it happens to me all the time. It happens to me all the time. It's my age, 68 years old. I'm not as crisp as I used to be. But
you're 68?
I'm 68.
I've only read about people that old.
Me too.
I'm hot on your heels. I ain't that hot on your heels.
This one is Canada's children are off limits, but they don't have a problem sliming Trump's kids every day.
Hey, you look, whose kids showed up for the congressional subpoenas? Don Jr., Eric Trump, they were there. And they did exactly what they were supposed to do. Who played games? Who didn't show up? Who was in contempt of court? That was this Hunter. And the people see it. I mean, that's why we won.
Well, they say you can measure a man by his kids, how his kids turn out.
And they're trying to rig everything. They're trying. They did some maneuver today where they're trying to keep it so 40-some thousand Social Security workers are locked in and cannot be fired, and they get to work from home at some ridiculous pay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're just burning things down, man.
Oh yeah. I don't know how they can do that. The Republicans got to be in on that to have it happen. Here's a possible crack equity czar.
There you go. Yeah.
My son is the smartest man I know. This is from back in 22.
Yeah, I heard that since Hunter got the pardon, he said, "Can I get my baggie of cocaine back?"
No kidding. And James Comer, he's been battling against the FBI, and they've been protecting Biden for all these years.
He ain't been battling that hard. He's another one of those.
Yeah.
He had all these cameras in his office while he's signing. We are subpoenaing Hunter Biden, and I'm putting on film and want to do movies.
That is the most frustrating thing about these politicians. They come out in front of a camera and talk about everything they're doing and what's wrong with the other side, but nothing ever gets done, and it's frustrating. Cruz is like that.
All they do is procedures.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we filled out a form. Yeah, baby.
We got him now.
And we're going to back it up with some hateful letters and memos. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, look. Oh, then that guy you heard the guy out in California was in Venice Beach. Hunter rented his home for a year.
Mm-hmm.
Owes the man $300,000.
Right.
$300,000 rent for a year.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? So I'm screwed? No, I think he probably has recourse to the California.
Yeah, I don't think the pardon covers the rent. I don't think the pardon covers the rent.
Being in California does not bode well for his case.
Hunter art sales. All sales are confidential. Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, well, he made millions after.
But
nothing to see here. He's an accomplished artist and an oil executive.
Mm-hmm.
He's an energy expert.
Yeah.
Biden and son.
Yeah, Biden and son. Yeah, nothing to see here. Biden's crime family emails. Yeah, there's so much evidence, and yeah,
there is mountains of evidence,
mm-hmm.
on them on January 6th, and I cannot wait for the January 6th people to be pardoned and let them out immediately. You watch, they won't let them out. They won't, because Trump declassified documents and they kept them back.
Yeah.
Crossfire Hurricane.
Yeah, they won't be able to do that. They won't be able to do that with Cash in there or Bonnie or whatever. What's her name? What's her name? Bondi.
Pam Bondi.
Yeah.
People complain. You know what? I'm trusted. My trust is in Trump, the man who
mm-hmm.
seems to be a favorite of heaven.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm gonna. I don't agree with a lot of them. I think a lot of them could be stronger.
But maybe Trump can push him into it. Maybe his core. And I just heard where Navarro is going to be his. What do they call it? I can't remember the title that he
it's a high title, and
it's one of the highest you can get.
Yeah, hang on. Let me see. I think I can.
Manufacturing czar or something like that. Maybe somebody in the chat knows. Speaking of the chat, we got a lot of people yakking away in there. Thank you, guys. I don't know
why he likes Kelly Loeffler. He appointed her up. Kelly Loeffler, she's going to be the administrator of small business. I guess she can't do much damage there.
Yeah.
She looks like such a phony to me. I don't know anything about her other than I don't like her. Let's see. Boy, he's been appointing a lot of people today. He appointed Monica Crowley.
Yeah, he did.
To serve as Ambassador, Assistant Secretary of State, and Chief of Protocol of the United States of America. That's a hell of a business card, man.
That's a good choice.
That's why we started using acronyms, because the government got ridiculous. I'm looking
at some of the chat. South Carolina.
I'm going through Trump's. Oh yeah, do that. I'm trying to find.
Well, they got South Carolina girl, Biden and son living in a garbage dump, singing "I Love Me" all day long. Joe holding his ice cream, Hunter holding his, I think bad word. It rhymes with long. All right.
Okay. Here it is. Peter Navarro was Well, Trump just says a man who is treated horribly by the deep state or whatever else you'd like to call it will serve as my senior counselor for trade and manufacturing.
Yeah, see, yeah,
what
that's
he's gonna
exactly
be.
what it was.
Senior counsel. That means he's gonna be right there. Maybe, you know.
Right.
How long did he spend? He spent 4 months too, didn't he? Or maybe was it quite as long as we know Bannon spent 4 months.
We have that cold outside. You want to ask the folks if they're ready for some bad language?
Oh, yeah, we've got some bad language one. That's funny. And y'all
It's
might,
funny
some
as
of y'all probably seen it, but the guy's comparing how the freak out over "Baby It's Cold Outside." I'm sure y'all remember that, where they're like, "We're banning it, we're triggered," and then at the same time they were banning "Baby It's Cold Outside." I can't. I'm too embarrassed to say
you don't have to say it. Let him say it.
Okay, and you know, the #1 song in the country was "Wet Ass P Word."
Yeah.
Wet ass P word. Yeah.
While they were banning cold outside.
While it was, and let's pull it up here. He's there in #2.
Kay's nanny said, "Let's sign the waivers and get to it." So everybody signed their waivers. Here we go.
It was last Christmas. We canceled a song that was written in the 1940s called "Baby It's Cold Outside." People were triggered by that song. Radio stations wouldn't play it. They said it had toxic masculinity in it, and they said that the lyrics had suggestions of male sexual aggression, which is fine if you feel that way. But at the exact same time, the #1 song in this nation for over 2 months was entitled "Wet." Ladies and gentlemen, I am not making that up. Google it. Check me out on that. I'm not lying. For over 2 months, the #1 song was played on the Grammys. It also won the Best Hip Hop Song for the American Music Awards and the People's Choice Awards. And so I thought it would be fun to compare and contrast the lyrics of these two songs to see if indeed this country has lost its mind. Now, let's begin with the horribly offensive Christmas song written just after World War II, "Baby It's Cold Outside." I really can't stay, baby, it's cold outside. I gotta go away, baby, it's cold outside. This evening has been so very nice. Yeah, you f***ing with some wet ass. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass. Beat it up, N-word, extra large, extra hard. Put this in your face, swipe your nose like a credit card. My mother will start to worry. Beautiful, what's your hurry? My father will be there at the door. Listen to that fireplace roar. Well, maybe just half a drink more. Spit in my mouth. Look in my eyes. This is wet. Come take a dive. Talk your shit, bite your lip. Ask for a car while you ride that dick. My sister will be suspicious. Gosh, your lips look delicious. My brother will be there at the door, waves on a tropical shore. Well, maybe just a cigarette more. I need a deep stroker. I need a weed smoker. Not a garden snake. I need a king cobra. I don't want to spit. I want to gulp. I want to gag. I want to choke. I want you to touch that little dangly thing that's swinging the back of my throat. I submit to you that this nation has lost its mind, everybody.
My, oh my. No, I need a shower.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's so
and
true.
The thing about it is true.
Yeah.
It's true. Oh,
it's crazy.
Let's see. Oh, and then today they had that Supreme Court thing going on where they were arguing for the rights for them to be able to mutilate children to change their sex.
Mm-hmm.
And that lunatic Justice Ketanji Fruitcake Brown Jackson, whatever her name is, she made the argument that and she was comparing these bans on sex changes for children were the same as banning interracial marriage.
No. Yeah.
She's a Supreme Court justice, and that's the same one who couldn't define what a woman was.
Yeah. Yeah. These same people want to
oh my
stack the
gosh.
court. Yeah.
But you know, and apparently they had a delay in the Supreme Court session today. She had to excuse herself to go to the bathroom. She couldn't figure out which one was the woman's room. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not so good. Yeah.
Well, what other videos you got here? You got CBS. What's CBS?
Oh, you know what? It's about time. And I hope everybody is paying attention. Our fellow citizens over in North Carolina, over in Western North Carolina, are having a rough time. They're getting the FEMA on the day they announced they're sending $1 billion to frickin' Africa.
Yep.
4 of their help centers, FEMA's pulling out of Western North Carolina. When they still have people, children that are hungry, children that are cold. It's freaking winter time.
Living in tents and makeshift lean-tos.
Oh, it's disgusting. But thank goodness CBS finally covered it. I think it was yesterday.
Yeah.
And that's number
well,
2.
are they're covering the thing where Biden was over in Africa talking about he's going to give them $1 billion or more than $1 billion to help the infrastructure?
They don't mention that. You know,
They
can't
don't
tell everything.
No.
So, but anyway, I mean, it does cover that they're the dire straits these folks are in.
Yeah.
Snow and biting cold. December delivering a different type of storm to hurricane-ravaged Western North Carolina.
What do you need?
Just people to come check on us. I don't know.
His home destroyed. Steve Crowell showed us the tent he lived in for weeks.
Is this your food in boxes?
Well, yeah, people drop stuff off that we already have, and most of it's expired food.
This is how hundreds of people are still living in Western North Carolina, in campers and in tents amid bitterly cold temperatures.
Shauna Levine's family with 7 children has been staying in this shelter, a former Gold's Gym, for 2 months.
How do you think your kids are doing?
They're struggling, but they're managing it well. Definitely has affected them.
Dozens of people who lost their homes are staying here, but the lease is up. They have to be out by the end of the month.
We are refusing to let these people be out in the street. We're gonna find a place for each and every person.
The need across Western North Carolina is staggering.
Would you like a soup and sandwich?
Volunteers at this free food site in hard-hit Swannanoa are cooking 800 meals a week.
This is 100% people taking care of people.
Chris Smith has volunteered every day since the storm hit.
No conditions, no politics. It's just, there's hungry people, we need to feed them.
Relief centers with washing machines, Wi-Fi, and hot showers are a lifeline. Amid the daily struggles, there is progress.
Okay, Isaac.
Levine and her family will finally leave the shelter this week. Not a permanent home, but 2 camper vans to be shared by 9.
How has this experience changed your family?
I think it has made us closer. Families have been torn apart, and we still have one another.
Here in Swannanoa, along the river, it's more like a campground than a neighborhood. The homes here, they are either gone or unlivable. Left behind, the debris and campers and tents people are now calling their homes. Nora.
Janet Shamlian, thank you for being there and telling their story.
Wow.
That's sad, man. And that's
And then
bullshit. Our taxes, I don't want to be helping people in other countries unless we have something extra and they really need it.
Yeah.
We got to be helping our own. And this is so outraging.
Yeah, there's like they got a captive taxpayers. They got captive citizens. They don't have to please them, but they've already got them. So they divert all their attention, especially Democrats and people like Biden are more interested in foreign countries than they are our own people, which is just It's sick.
It's sick.
Where are we at now?
Up here. Somebody was questioning. They didn't understand the term mandate. I was trying to tell them, Trump has a mandate, and they were thinking it was when Barack and Michelle went to the movies.
We promised you some bad jokes, and he delivered. He delivered.
And then the Democrats they got a new series coming out on CBS. It's Crime and No Punishment.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be good.
Absolutely.
But one thing, growing up I grew up in Hadley, Kentucky. We didn't even have a McDonald's when I was young.
I didn't either.
And I wanted a pony, but they gave me a pack of sea monkeys.
Y'all remember?
We should have brought that advertisement. That was that was false advertisement. That was major false advertising targeted towards kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna tell you, the first person that opened up a pack of those sea monkeys, because on the ad you saw like a mom and a dad and two kids. They're weird looking, look like aliens, but they're kind of cool. And they're like, I want to see the mom and the dad and the kids and all this. And I opened it up, and I'll guarantee you, the first person that opened a pack of sea monkeys was the very first person to say WTF. What the?
Do you remember what they look like when you put them in the water? Do you put them in water? Is that I thought they were dead. I said, oh my God, they died and they're gone. In shipping.
But apparently they were brine shrimp.
Oh.
So I guess that clears up everything.
Right. The whole thing. I was going to go through some of these comments before we take off. Death toll is probably somewhere between 10 and 20,000. I don't know where he's talking about. Is that in South Carolina?
North Carolina.
North Carolina?
Yeah, let's see. I can't. I got too many windows going on. Yeah. Nunya is over in North Carolina.
They still haven't recovered all the bodies. Wow. That's just horrible. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's disgusting. It's amazing how we've been, the American people of the world has been in a TV trance for 50 years. And they saw what they could do, the power of TV and the power of them broadcasting the news to us. And we're finally snapping out of a 50-year TV trance. Thank God. Thank God.
Yeah. Well, we're getting down to
well, hold on real quick. I've got a liberal neighbor, and I went over and she said she had a flat tire. She said it's kind of flat. I said, what do you mean? She said, well, it's only flat on the bottom.
Sounds like a blonde joke.
You can drive it like that. That's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's
Some of it might make it to the tire place.
Yeah. Hey, the thing about going back to those sea monkeys, man, there's something just funny about those. Well, I wish we brought that picture. But if you looked at them, if you got the right light and a magnifying glass and looked real close, they still didn't look anything like the ad.
No.
Oh. And then let's see. Oh, and then you see the Hallmark channels beating MSNBC and CNN.
Yeah. Newsmax actually beat CNN. Anderson Cooper. They what's his name? Gosh, I can't think of these names off the top of my head. Over on Newsmax, primetime. I can't think of his name. Anyway, they beat CNN. Anderson Cooper, that's saying a lot for a station, a news station.
Yeah, my episodes of Intellectual Frog Legs gets more than CNN. I was getting more than CNN and MSNBC.
Mm-hmm. What do you get
Last
about
couple of
250?
years.
You get about 250,000.
Yeah, it varies. Sometimes, yeah, but generally well over 200,000. Sometimes a lot higher than that. Anderson Vanderbilt. Yeah, thanks, Nunya.
Yeah, South Carolina girl said, "Did you all hear about this? Sonia and Jumanji said you're a racist if you don't carve up children. That's child abuse, plain and simple." Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because that's in the news a lot about the people about kids being sexually mutilated at a young age. Isn't that's in the courts right now? Isn't that a Supreme Court right now?
The one about the transgenders.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're discussing. That's the arguments they had today, and they said that they actually allowed a tranny to go in and argue the case for trannies.
Oh yeah.
And oh yeah, that'll make a good impression. Bring in George with his beard and his mother's underwear.
Well,
argue your case, sir, ma'am. Sir,
didn't
ma'am,
Britain ban it totally because of all the lawsuits that were going to be hitting the hospitals?
I don't know, man, but Europe is on fire. France collapsed today. France actually collapsed today.
And what do you mean by collapse?
I'm not exactly sure, but it was they've spent themselves into oblivion. It's based on that. They're broke.
Cloward and Piven.
Yeah.
Cloward and
then
Piven.
at the same time, we've got all this World War III shit going on, but England, man, they're
gone.
They're communists everywhere. Canada, all these places.
They're trying to collapse it, trying to rid it of any type of capitalism or free market, just to where it's just total government, just like the Soviet Union. And they think they can do that by collapsing the system. And that's why I believe a lot of these immigrants were shoved in here by Democrats, is to overwhelm the system to where it breaks it down to where they have to rebuild it up. And their hope and their dream is to rebuild it into a communist state.
Well, there's a video of Keir Starmer. Is that the guy's name? The new prime minister over there in England.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's basically admitted that this open border stuff was by design. And it was a plan. I mean, he's on video, and that's the same thing. Every one of these Western governments run by these socialists, from Biden, Trudeau to Australia. All of them. I don't know if Australia gets a lot of immigration because they're so far away from everything.
Yeah.
Well,
I saw a meme.
What Simon says. Simon will tell us.
Simon, good to see you, Simon.
All of Europe, man. Just
I saw a meme. I'm trying to think of how it went. It says, "How in the world can somebody who walks 3,000 miles through Mexico show up at the border overweight and a brand new cell phone?"
Well, they packed a lot of tortillas for the road, and they're in a phone club.
You're right.
That's it.
You have a closing song for us?
You know what? We have a couple to choose from, but I think we're gonna go with old. Brian, I can never say his name. The Stray Cats. Brian Stelter. I keep wanting to say Stelter. That's the guy on CNN.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I can't remember his name. Dang it.
Brian Stelter. He can play the hell out of a guitar.
Oh, absolutely. Stray Cat Man.
Yeah. Hang on, I'm grabbing it. We'll go with that one. Stetzer. Brian Stetzer is the guitar player.
Right.
Brian Stelter is the potato. Yeah. Well, we don't care about having the potato going here.
Yeah.
And
No, we used to play this song in our band, and the guitar player was pretty good. He was no Bryden Stetzer. He was no Brian Stetzer, but he played it really well. Yeah.
I wonder if Brian Stelter can play a potato. He can play a potato.
He could play a couch.
He can play a French fry like it's nobody's business.
Yeah.
All
right.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. Oh, and by the way, before we leave, Trump's going to the reopening of Notre Dame over in France.
Oh, nice.
And that's going to be, and I wish he wouldn't do it.
I do too.
But you know what he's doing? I mean, so we need to be praying for Trump, but he's letting people know the importance of Christianity.
Yeah.
And how that's the rock that we need to return to.
Right.
And I think he wants to make people aware of the traditions that we've been forgetting and bring them back. Mainly God.
Yeah.
What's that? Let's figure out who wins.
Thank you, Fancy. Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't see a lot of comments on that. They may not have put
I'm
tunes.
gonna scan through these.
We'll look at them later too. So
yeah,
before we close it out.
Yeah, if you win, you might find out. And maybe I'll take credit for it. Of course, we always had Nunya's rules for assholes, but I don't think you can go with that.
Rules for asses. We could use rules for asses. And asses and rhinos. Rules for asses and rhinos.
I'm
Why
looking
not?
for the tune name, and I'm seeing people insulting me. Not bad, actually. It's not.
Yeah.
I don't see it. Anyway, we'll look at it on time. So you guys follow us, follow me on at Jodan Media, at Twitter and Truth Social at Jodan Media, and Branco at AF Branco in the same two places, X and Truth Social.
Absolutely.
Oh,
well, thanks for being
Playbook.
here.
We got another name for your tune, Devil's Playbook. Okay.
Devil's Playbook.
Rules for Rascals.
There you go. There's a good one.
We could do rules for little rascals and like having Buckwheat and Spanky going at it. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
Rules for radicals. Good. Anyway, good. Thanks for being here, folks. Really appreciate it. We'll see you next Wednesday if everything turns out right. Pleasure.
We'll be here. I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be our.
All right.
Something.
Yeah, we'll talk to you. See. Oh no, I got one
God
more.
God bless you all. Keep this battle ain't over. Stay focused and thank God. Thank God. Talk to God.
Yeah. We'll see you next week.
You feel like strutting around with me today?
Oh, shoot. Sorry.
You want to do that?
Yeah, there we go.
Little stray cat strut, that thing. All right, we'll do it. You know that one? Black and orange stray cat sitting on a fence. I ain't got enough to pay the rent, oh no. Well, I'm flat broke, but I don't care. I should ride by with my tail in the air. Stray cat strut, I'm a lady's cat. I'ma feel like Casanova, that's that. Get a shoot run after from a big old man. Get my tear from a garbage can.
Dig that cat. You're gonna break that thing. Mark Winchester. Chasing mice around. Oh no! Sneaking down the alleyway, looking for a fight. Howling to the moonlight on a hot summer night. Singing the blues, I'm singing the blues. Wild street cat, you're a real gone guy. Wish I could be as camping wild. Got cat class and the got cat style.